Hello and welcome. There are some things in life that can never be altered or improved. My point being is that you cannot polish a turd. And be that as it may, however, the corporate-controlled West Australian sock puppet government has been directed by its criminal overlords to ignore this inflexible maxim. We now have an entire cabinet of politician poo polishers fervently working around the clock to bestow a lustrous, enticing sheen upon the biggest turd in history, which is fracking. This gross and utterly pointless endeavour is met with angered derision from the wider community, who regard the bizarre effort with utter disgust, while deeply resenting the blatant disinformation and ludicrous poo-polishing waste of time. Many find it unacceptable to pay excessive tax for poo-polishing politicians, wasting time and public money in such a revolting manner. Even more are provoked by the unending lies churned out by government supporting this bitterly hated ecocide of fracking, a vicious rape of the environment which is entirely founded upon malicious falsehoods and recurrently exposed deception. The community know this, yet still the McGarren Poolit Bureau keep feverishly polishing this massive turd of fracking in the feeble hope they might disguise its odious nature and fool the public into acceptance. They can't and they won't, because the public know and understand that it's impossible to polish a turd. The grubby poo-polishing politicians know this too, of course, but continue their repugnant turd refinement attempts in the hope that a repelled community will turn away in disgust and give up their long-standing and ongoing effort to ban fracking. This won't happen. If anything, the ALP's loathsome poo-polishing activities will strengthen public resolve to ensure that no matter what it takes, the steaming turd of fracking will be flushed down history's toilet, along with all those who criminally wasted so much time, effort and public money hopelessly trying to polish it. This vile process was reinvigorated with an industrial coating of cheap and nasty talcum powder, going under the disguise of a government-sponsored scientific inquiry. This scam inquiry was conducted by a panel of allegedly, supposedly, purportedly independent scientists, except for the unfortunate fact of two having significant ties with the oil and gas industry. Its manifestly bogus findings are firmly rejected by no less than 41 top scientists, along with the overwhelming majority of the WA community. As with all pointless turd polishing techniques, it failed miserably, serving to outrage and alienate a hitherto ALP supportive electorate, now turning away from this turd polishing party in droves. The ceaseless government lies trying to gain public acceptance can only be regarded as heavily perfumed farts from the same open sewage source that no matter how thick the masking scents may be, they are instantly recognised and rejected for the stinking items that they are. I regret being compelled to use vulgar comparisons, but pejoratives robust enough to succinctly describe this monstrous process simply don't exist. The willful destruction and reckless devastation inflicted upon the sacred spirit of place, along with the deliberate poisoning of perilously limited water reserves, using the most corrosive and lethally toxic carcinogenic chemicals imaginable, equates to an act of undiluted hate. A malevolent hate made even more toxic by the fact that the virtually worthless end product of shale gas isn't needed and can barely cover production costs. This nation has natural gas reserves in huge abundance, with no need whatsoever to gratuitously inflict this obscene malady, this spiteful and deeply offensive insult to nature in the face of overwhelming and ever-increasing public opposition. An indescribably evil genocidal agenda underpins this criminal abomination, and all those foolish enough to support it create a fearful karmic debt commensurate to their level of participation. I doubt any of these politician poo polishers will heed this alert, but I'll repeat it one more time for the sake of absolute clarity. You can't polish a turd. Thank you for watching.